Hi, I'm Mbonu C. Obiageli, and here goes Pedagogy, where I talk to you about social, political, and economic matters in the form of a 1,000-word essay to grow your mind. Subscribe and keep watching. Hello. On the 10th episode of the Pedagogy presentations, I figured that it would be a good time to do a get to know me video. I have no rehearsals, no speech, and I'll be talking to you directly. I would be saying things from my heart without prior preparation, and I hope that it turns out good. So my name is Mbonu C. Obiageli. Mbonu is my surname, C stands for Chineye, and then Obiageli is obviously Claire. It's my middle name. And it actually takes a lot of preparation. You should prepare for get to know me videos, but I do think that you have to go through demographics, right? So I am Chineye Obiageli. I live in Calgary, Canada, and I don't know. Wow, it's harder than I thought. It's harder than I actually thought. But yeah, I didn't want to think about it. But on a second thought, maybe I have to go bring a laptop and Google the questions that are supposed to be answered in a video like this, and then answer it that way. You see that there is no preparation, but there are questions that, I'm trying to answer. So 1 second. So I am back, and now I'm Googling the questions to be answered on a get to know me video, just so that I don't have those moments of silence. So this one says, one second. Okay, so this one says 80 questions for a get to know me video, and I would start with the first one. What time do you go to bed? I don't think that these are the kind of questions that I should talk about, but if that's what people do on videos like this, then I guess I have to touch on it a bit. So from here, the first question is, what time do you go to bed? I go to bed every day by 10 p.m. I'm very routine based. My life is almost almost so secondary boarding school controlled, that level of control, and it just works for me, and it's helped me to build discipline even when I have to drive myself. And the second one is, who is your celebrity crush? I'll say my celebrity crush was Thierry Henry. I think I was married to Thierry Henry, but obviously I'm not. And if there is a second, it would be, actually it's been so long, but it was Mbonu C. The only MC with an MSc. So yeah, but I mean, Mbonu is like just way ahead now. So yeah. And how would you rate your childhood on a scale of 1 to 10? And I'm just seeing these questions now. I'm just thinking about these things, and I thought I could just make a speech off nothing and talk about these things, but I couldn't, because I think it's very important to have questions beforehand. So I think I would rate my childhood on a scale of 1 to 10. I'll rate 8, just because 8 is an A. My childhood was not that bad. If there was any bad part, it may be boarding school. I just didn't like an all-girls boarding school. Just put some boys in there, just make it very interesting. But yeah, it was good. That's when I met very good people, So yeah, my childhood was great. What is your middle name? I already said that it's Obiageli. But then I have now made my first name my initial for ease, What is your funniest memory from high school? I cannot remember. Perhaps if I had thought about this video before time, then I would remember, but funniest memory. It wasn't funny, but we just always used to run. We would run from the hostels down to the classroom area, and then you would hear that a man is chasing us, and I don't know who the man is, but I would run with everybody. The crowd would run, a man, a rape, and they would run from A to B and then back. It was not nice, but thinking about it now, it's funny. But who was that man? Maybe just somebody living around, and the boarding school, I don't reckon that the fence was very pronounced. So yeah, it's funny now, but then it wasn't funny. Yeah, I can't think of any other thing. It was not a nice experience. Boarding school was always just routine, but it's not you driving yourself, it's other people driving you. What are your favorite values in friends? I'll say just off the top of my head, integrity, but that's almost every company's value. So maybe I would say orderliness. I like people who have order in their lives, just some sense of organization. It must not be like perfect, but just where you're headed, where you are now, you are aware that you are there, and that's not a bad thing to aspire to. So the good thing about this video is that I can drink at the middle. I don't have to wait till the video is ending because I'm not making a speech, obviously. So what is your favorite holiday? Christmas is my favorite holiday. What is your best trait in people or in me? I think my best trait would be that I am who I am. Like oh my goodness, this just reminds me of how Moses was asking God to tell him who he's going to tell Pharaoh sent him, and God said, I am that I am. And for so long, when I read I am that I am, I couldn't make what God was saying until very recently I read the Igbo version, and it says Abumonyembo. Abumonyembo. That's so rich in saying that I am who I am. Like Abumonyembo drives it home. Like I need no introduction. Abumonyembo. But yeah, like my best trait is the fact that when you see me, I bring it all. Like I don't have another version. It's all here, right? I think I am trustworthy. I am trustworthy, you know, and I do expect that same level of trust in people. What is your favorite restaurant? I'm taking this back to Nigeria. My favorite restaurant at the time was The Place, but I don't know what has become of The Place now. In Canada, it would just be any of them, just any restaurant that I can have sweet potato fries that is very crispy with chipotle sauce. So yeah, that works for me. And what is an interesting fact about you? The interesting fact about me is that I think I have changed, right? And I've just started realizing it this period of my life that my mom used to say that in Igbo it is Nwanyi Balaho. So I used to be the girl that is fighting for other people's rights. Boom. So, you know, I think it's very interesting that the me that people meet today is not even the me that is not the version that I was born like the version that came to earth. Because my mother would say that I would make sure everybody's, you know, getting equal treatment and things like that. I remember she tells a story of when my cousin had seen everybody's report card and she wouldn't show her own, and then I just said Obiageli. So my cousin shares my name too, and I said, Obiageli, what the results go? In any chunk get the mother. Yeah, what thank you. I don't know, you know, just very funny. Oh, don't get mad in any say mana obian and kegu yeah what you know, and I used to stop with my tongue. So it's oh don't get mad in any fear, you know, very funny. But yeah, I think the interesting fact about me is that I've changed. I think one big part would be boarding school. Boarding school sort of just shut me down and I became a little bit introverted. But I was Wanye Balaho, but now I'm a bit introverted. But even with now, I see that when I speak, people say that, oh, you're assertive. And I think maybe the Wanye Balaho is coming back, you know, because I mean, I would fight for everybody to show their report card. So yeah, that's it. And what's the first thing you notice about people? Their energy. I think that's what everybody notices. Just some people are easier to be around. What is your spirit animal? I don't know. What is your favorite piece of clothing? My favorite piece of clothing? Clothing now. And the next question is, did you go to college? Yes, I did. I have 3 degrees actually, a bachelor's and 2 masters. What would you name your children? Ooh, my children, I have their names, you know. They are Igbo names, obviously, you know, and I have 3 names for 3 children, so let's see how that goes. What is your favorite subject in high school? This list is very, I think it's for teenagers, right? Because it's very high school. My favorite subject in school was maybe economics, right? I had an A1 in WAEC in economics as well. It was very, I really liked it, right? And maybe I should have gone to school to study it, but we don't have very good career advisors in our schools, and you know, we don't even talk about the social sciences as much as we talk about the sciences, you know, medicine and the rest of them, you know. What was your first job? My first job would be the national service, right? I did it at the Federal Ministry of Environment in Abuja. So yeah, it was a very good job. As a matter of fact, the ministry was my first introduction to Nigeria's work culture, you know, but that would be a speech, right? not here. What is your go-to hairstyle? This one. Just 2 braids back and put the extension back there. What is the first item on your bucket list? I don't have a bucket list. I just want to see the 7 wonders of the modern world. I've seen 4 of them. I have 3 more to see. The 3 remaining are Petra, Jordan, the Great Wall of China, and the Taj Mahal in India. Hopefully, I get to see them in the coming years. Have you ever been to any concerts or festivals? Yes, I was at the Rio Carnival in Brazil earlier this year. That was in February, I think. Yeah, I think February, ending of February into March. I think so. I think so, or maybe early March. I just was in Brazil earlier this year for the Rio Carnival. So yeah, I've been to concerts, I've been to festivals as well. If you could change one bad habit of yours, what would it be? Maybe over explaining. My goodness. Why should, like, I'm reading a book now, The Courage to be Disliked, and I'm getting there, but maybe it's my sort of Christian background, like, try everything within your power to live at peace with all men. But I think that Jesus didn't go back to the people he poured their goods and started to explain, oh, you know, it's wrong, that's why I did it. So maybe sometimes I don't need to explain, right? You know, so yeah, I think that's one bad habit. It is a bad habit because I think that sometimes it's not even about the person, it's about you trying to look good, or about, oh, what would they think about me, you know? But people would always think what they want to think. You also think what you want to think. So yeah. What is your most memorable childhood memory? I have a most memorable childhood memory. And remember, I did not prepare because this is not rehearsed. This is at the moment happening live, right? My favorite childhood moment is, so my father would always travel and he would buy us very expensive things, right? I was in primary school and he would buy us like perfumes, like very adult perfumes. And so he bought, after he came back, he gave me my own perfume and he had given my siblings theirs. And then I think I told him to keep it for me. So he kept it for me somewhere in his room. And then I always go back to admire my perfume. I went back there where he had kept it and I took it and I started admiring it. And then it slipped and it fell and broke and poured away. And I think maybe my dad heard it, or maybe he didn't, but he just walked in. And when he walked in and he saw it, he just started telling me, oh, sorry. And then, hey, Okowala, Owela Kwicholi Wotaki Fichayeka, you know, Kisi Wedana. That was like, for the rest of my life, if I ever feel bad, I think about that, you know. Like, I was afraid, really. Like, I've broken my perfume. Why are you going there every minute, just going to check it, right? But that really was amazing. And yeah, I have very good like memories. Maybe if I think I would even come up with another one. But yeah, like it's not, he wasn't a price tag. There are just so many price tag people around now. They would have just called the price and blah 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 blah. But it set me right on that sort of path of empathy, you know. Yeah, so I would never forget that. So there are so many questions here. I think that I'll take maybe 5 more, and then I would round up the video and maybe do another one where I'm more prepared, write out questions from different categories, and then have a well-rounded view of a get to know me video. But I just thought that I could come here as if I have a teleprompter and just start to speak. I am Mbonu C, Obiageli, and I work as, but yeah, it doesn't work. So yeah, I may have to do a second one. So I'll do 5 more questions from here, and then I would end the video. How many siblings do you have? I have 6 siblings. I'm the middle child, so I'm the 4th child. What is your morning routine? Literally, I wake up, have coffee, and I start to study, right? Yeah. What is your favorite movie, favorite animal, favorite book? That's not important, right? What is your nickname? In secondary school, I did get called Usilo, but I don't know what that means. I just saw it on the sign one day and I said, oh, I'll be called Usilo. But, you know, recently, as an Igbo woman, which I always say if you've ever met me, I think my Afo Tutu nickname is Odeka Cholum Kembo Nanewi. So yeah, Odeka Cholum is my nickname. Or my father would call me Akumfolanya. Very good name as well. What is your idea of a dream date? I have no idea of that. Just talk, right? Keep it PG-18 as well. What of your parents? Which of your parents do you resemble? I think that I look like my father. I've been driving in our hometown and I get called his name by people who do not know the car, do not know me, and I just get called Okitin Mary. So yeah, I think I look like my father. And the 2 more questions. Do you use a PC or Mac? What kind of question is that? What inspires you? I think that's a good place to end. I am inspired by the fundamental right of humanity to exist on equal grounds. I don't know how else to put it, but yeah, that's what inspires me. That's why I'm studying. Like, I want to know why is this and how can it get changed, you know? So I think that's a good place to end. What phone do you have? An iPhone? What's your favorite TV show? I don't have any. So yeah, there are just so many questions here that doesn't help you in any way get to know me, but I may do another one. But yeah, I just want to thank everyone who engages my videos and shares and comments. I think my biggest cheerleader would be my sister Mbonu, who's always like sharing, commenting, and she's watching it, really engaging, and we talk about it. Really, I'm not doing the videos because I want to have a channel. I'm doing the videos because I really want to educate, right? I do wish I had a teleprompter and I don't have to read off a book or a paper, but just, you know, the way that the president sit and say, I am the Federal Republic, blah, 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 you know. But no, I do have to read. So it sort of takes away from the steez. But oh my goodness, did you hear that? I do have to read, and it sort of takes away from the steez. But yeah, so before, yeah, I thank you, my sister. You've always, you know, shared, liked, you know, shared more than I share my video. So yeah, I'm really grateful to all my 52 subscribers. 52, a whole 52. Hey God, I need to drink to that. It's not easy. And yeah, so I would get back to a regularly scheduled or program, and I would always read now from my laptop, not from a paper. There's no need printing, and I hope to see you guys, see everyone in the next speech. Thank you for watching, and subscribe. Thank you.